Anarchy Brew Company, Halfway Dead.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I have got a can of the Halfway Dead. Halfway Dead. What the fuck? Halfway Dead. Gluten-free session IPA from the Anarchy Brew Company. Anarchy Brew Company, very reputable company from Newcastle upon Tyne. Originally from Northumbria, I think, a place called Morpeth, which is fucking in the wilds of the north. You think Yorkshire, I know in Yorkshire they like to think they're north, but these lot really are north. Next stop is Scotland from this lot. They do some really good beers, not cheap though, I will say that. And I've tried a few of theirs before. I have just reviewed their Skin Deep Pale Ale, which was really nice. It was like a toned down New England IPA. Really good, really nice indeed. And this is their Halfway Dead gluten-free session IPA. Now, one thing I do like about this brew company is their artwork. Have a look at that. I mean, they love all the old sort of punk zombie type artwork. If you're a fan of the Misfits, don't know whether you've heard of them. If you haven't, you should check them out. Fucking brilliant band. They're like a horror punk band from the States. I'm sure the person who's done the artwork for this is into, or does the Anarchy Brew Company's artwork, is into a band like that, because that's what's coming across. They have a tap room next to their brewery, which they have gigs as well, and they put on a lot of punk bands and stuff like that, which I think is brilliant. That's what, you know, tap rooms should be: independent, doing what they want to do, and not, you know, filled full of fucking people eating dinner, for Christ's sake. Pubs were always about beer. Well, they were when I was growing up anyway. Anyway, enough about life during wartime. Let's get on to the beer. Right, it's a 330ml can. It is a gluten-free session IPA. Very nice. Love the artwork, as I just said. Really good. That is one thing they have definitely got going for them, is the artwork on their cans. Yeah, it's gluten-free, which is, it seems to become more popular now, not only because of the, you know, the sort of, not the health benefits, but certain people have got gluten intolerances, and the side effects are not funny. And I know a couple of people with it, and believe me, if they eat the wrong stuff, it is not pleasant for them. So beer like this means they can still have a beer, because, you know, obviously gluten, you know, it's in wheat, it's in malt. So Brewdog have done a few gluten-frees, and they're not bad actually. I've tried a few of them, and I've reviewed them on there as well. So gluten-free beer definitely has got its place. I remember 10 years ago, a mate of mine, he's got quite a bad gluten intolerance, and you could get, I think it was 1 or 2 brands of beer, and they weren't well known, and they tasted like shit. I remember I had one, and it just tasted disgusting. And it's brilliant that these craft brewers are doing that, because it means people with that sort of intolerance can now drink. It's also vegan friendly. If you're a vegan, you know, I'm not. I love my meat, but you know, if you're a vegan, then good luck to you. You can also drink this as well, because it is vegan friendly as well. What is the ABV? I'm just fucking treading water here. I am doing what they call rhubarb in the acting world. And it's got the hops are... Fuck, I need to get my eyes tested, because I cannot see a fucking thing. Yeah, there's light coming in. You might think it's really light in here, but the reality is I'm like fucking Mr. Magoo trying to read this. I just can't. I don't know what it is with the Anarchy Brew company. It's so small. I'll tell you what. I'll just fucking show you. Hey, logical captain, as they say on Star Trek. Can you see that? There you go. That's what it contains. Let's stop highlighting my fucking failing eyesight and let's get this beer opened. Right, on the nose, out of the can. Yeah, hops. Fruity hops. Subtle fruity hops. It smells a bit like the Skin Deep stuff actually. That's the stuff I've just reviewed. That was a pale ale and it was really nice. This stuff has got, I think it's orange. There's a touch of grapefruit on there and a little touch of pine on there too. But it smells nice. It's subtle, but it's nice. Let's get it into the glass and see what's going on. Now it's a session IPA. It doesn't say which style, East or West or British, but I'm imagining from the hops, it is American of some description. Right, that could be anything. That looks more like a pale ale. It's funny because I reviewed as I say, that I just reviewed the Skin Deep, and that looked like a New England. And to be fair, it tasted a hell of a lot like one as well. This looks like a pale ale, but they've called it an IPA. So what do I know? On the nose, yeah, very similar. Orange and grapefruit, tropical fruit. And there's a touch of lime on there as well. Some people call that washing up liquid. You know, that lime aroma. I don't like to call it that, to be honest, because I don't know what fucking washing up liquid they're using, but I've heard it described as or washing powder or washing up liquid. But no, it smells nice. Let's get it down the hatch and see what's going on. Now, that's weird. As I said before, the Skin Deep I just reviewed looked, smelt, and almost tasted like a really good New England IPA. This is an IPA. It doesn't say what it says, a gluten-free session IPA. But this tastes more like a pale ale. If they'd have called that a gluten-free session pale ale, then yeah, I'd have got it. An IPA? I don't think so. There's juicy fruit on there, definitely. Sweet tropical fruit like oranges, mango. There's a little touch of bitterness on there, which is like grapefruit and lime. Subtle malt, and it is, when I say subtle, it's very, very subtle. But I wouldn't have expected anything less from a gluten-free beer. If I turn Chinese all of a sudden, gluten-free beer. But it's nice. It doesn't matter what it is. But it's nice. I mean, it's super drinkable, regardless. That is going down really nicely. And it's very juicy. Subtle malts. Wow. I don't know if you can see that. I've just poured that in there. And there is, from what I can see, some yeast residue. I wonder what flavours I will be getting from that now. Let's see if I can get a bit more of that. Let's see. Bit more resin, bit more pine type flavour. If you know what that is, chew a pine cone. They're edible, and you know you'll get that flavour. Sorry, not the cones, the needles. Chew a pine needle. They're edible, so just chew one of them, and you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, there is some of that in there. But it's nice. You know, there's no complaints from that whatsoever. But it's dry hopped too, and you can sort of get that as well. But yeah, I like it. So what's the verdict? Yeah, these are a good brewery. They're not cheap though. Over £3 a can. But if you're quick, you might be able to get some from Beers of Europe. They're doing it at £2.32, which is the cheapest I've seen it, and that's where I got it from. Elsewhere, it's dear. It's over £3. Would I have paid £3 for that? I think that's just a little bit too much. I know they've got, you know, I'm not knocking it. I know breweries got overheads so they can charge what they like. I don't mind paying for good beer. I would pay £3.29 for that once. Would it be a regular thing for a 30ml can? I don't think so. I don't think it warrants that. The quantity, quality, price point ratio. I mean, if you're flush and money's no object, then yeah, fucking fill your boots. You're gonna like this, but I just think you could probably get better for less money. So on that sort of premise, I am going to give that. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, and would I recommend it? Yeah, it's nice. I don't know whether that's because it's gluten free or not, but if you have got a gluten intolerance, then yeah, fill your boots. If you're a vegan, fill your boots. And remember, beer is working class champagne.